If anyone here in this room had $50 to spend on marketing, what would be the best way they could spend that money to grow their brand as a producer or a DJ?
Not in ads, you lose it all immediately. So I'll have people hit me up saying, oh, can I run ads to like drive traffic to my Spotify? I'm like, how many 0.00001 of a cent do you get from a play? The click's gonna cost you like $1, so you're already immediately in the fucking red. You're not gonna get a financial return. $50, go on Udemy, find a course on how to do Facebook ads for events, and then go tell a promoter you did that course. And then you'll get an in with that promoter, and then you'll probably make the money back that way.
That's very good advice.
Don't go to my YouTube, it's free.
What would you do if you were a beginner DJ, and how would you market yourself?
It's really about quantity at the start. What is probably going through your head right now is you need to wait for the perfect time to start. There's fucking no perfect time. Like, you'll think you'll plan everything out, and then you'll press one and it'll flop, and be like, oh fuck. And so really your priority at the start should be increase the sample size of data that you have on posts that you've made. And if you do one post, then you only have one sample size of fucking one. So you want to do as much quantity as possible. I'll tell a story to prove my point. So about a year and a half ago, I just didn't want to do TikTok because I was like, fuck these fucking teenagers. I don't want to hang out on this app, right? And I was like, okay, well, maybe that's a limiting belief you have. You work in marketing, you should probably fucking figure out how this works. So I was like, I'm just going to try every single day for 30 days. If it doesn't work, then 30 days, cool, I've lost a month work. I was posting 5 times a day, just fucking anything. I got to like, I think I hit 10,000 followers in like 30 days. Because really, you just need to increase the sample size. Because what I found out worked was my girlfriend's in the back, and I just did this TikTok series that was benefits of dating an e-girl. And so that I can think of. But by the way, be careful of what you go viral with, because I have 10,000 followers, now it's just 9,000 dudes that want to fuck my girlfriend. So be really careful of the thing you go viral for. But your priority is doing quantity, so you can increase the sample size of data you have and get feedback faster.
Can you define what a sample size is for us?
Cool. So if you post 1 TikTok, you have a sample size of 1. If you post 2 TikToks, you have a sample size of 2. So you want to do as many posts as you can, because eventually it'll just be like digging for gold, and then eventually you'll hit something like, this is a series. Dudes like looking at my girlfriend, and then you'll just fucking follow that thing for a while and get 10,000 followers. But until you get a sample size of just fucking around and finding out. So we did this 2-day workshop at my agency for business owners, and I explained to them what we need to do for the next 2 days. I can map it out on an x-axis and a y-axis. And the x-axis is fuck around, and the y-axis is find out. Most of you don't fuck around very much, and so as a consequence, you don't find out very much either. So you need to fuck around as much as you possibly can, and as a consequence, find out more. So on that point as well, like serving more impressions of your point about personality as well. So I think sometime in the 70s or the 80s, it was an experiment. They took a bunch of people into a room, and then they would flash up random symbols fast enough that they didn't know which one they saw the most, but slow enough that they could at least recognize the shape that they had seen. And then 10 minutes later, they took them to another room, and they just had all the shapes they had seen, but didn't know which one they saw the most. And they just asked them, well, which one do you like the most? And they consistently picked the one that without knowing they saw the most. And so what this shows is that the more you see something, the more you like it. So I have this ongoing joke that you don't really like your friends and family. They just served you the most impressions across your lifetime. And so having that personality popping up all the time, it just increases the likelihood in the relationship between people. Because there's probably an example in your own head of someone that you saw the first time on social media and you didn't like them. They kept fucking bugging you, and then you ended up listening to their shit quite a lot. There's probably an example in your head right now because of that effect.
If you had to give people one golden rule when posting content on their socials, what would it be?
It would be, an ad has to do 2 things. It has to stop someone from scrolling and drive a click. You guys don't have to get clicks because you're doing organic stuff, so you just have to stop them from scrolling. That's it. So people can just nervously fucking flick their thumb and scroll past you. And so you need to do everything in your power to make sure that, firstly, you take up as much vertical screen real estate as you can. That's why TikToks and Reels do really well. I use the analogy that 80% of your traffic's going to be mobile anyway, and no one's fucking flicking their phone 90 degrees to the left for it. And so posting a landscape video is like paying for a full page ad of a newspaper and only using 1/3 of that page. So what you want to do is take up as much vertical real estate as possible so that fucking cat videos underneath you, which are probably cool than what you're posting anyway, they can't just like see that and nervously flick their thumbs. So you just need to stop them from scrolling. That's the most important.